Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Yeah. Up there in the middle of the line, a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Here's Pollard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Down and goal from the 4-yard line.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Run for Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Miami.
Tony Pollard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Good. Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bills nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick
now
off.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mackey. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Mackey is going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score on opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Mackey. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And the Bills will move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking to throw on second down. Mackey, and going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On first down, Mackey, flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Naimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. To throw on second down, Mackey. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I'm coming after you. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
From the gun, Mackey. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Bills 21, Dolphins 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Tony Pollard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Mackey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mackey. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any steps.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Mackey. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive? And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st and 10, Mackey. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Bills 28, Dolphins 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd
Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Michael Pittman Jr. Incomplete.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. Their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Fournette a 1st down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mackey go, and that's caught inside the 35.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 70 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
15. 1st down, Dolphins.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. And from the gun, it's Tua. Being chased out left. He's going to take off. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Andrew Billings busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's 2nd down and goal.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.